Hello everyone and welcome back to the Belgian Beer Brothers channel. I am Cedric and coming to you from Antwerp. We are going to talk about our third beer in the Brussels Beer Project Advent Calendar. Now, of course I can only guess, but we've already had Ken and yesterday was another Brussels Beer Project, so I'm going to make some predictions here. First off, since yesterday's beer was a BBP beer as well, I'm gonna guess that the whole calendar is BBP and there are no friendly breweries included. And my second guess is gonna be that today's beer is another bread IPA, another one of the Babylone new recipes. We've already had Ken, so I'm thinking today would be Sagat Ryu or Chun-Li. Of course, I might be mistaken completely, but if they want to squeeze 4 beers into the first 8 days, that's how I would go about it, like 1, 3, 5, 7. Also, I've read a bit about it, and I've read, for instance, that Brussels Beer Project developed 3 new recipes. And there are 4 Street Fighter beers, so either that's a typo or they included the original Babylon recipe into these 4. Anywho, of course I could be completely wrong, and this could be Brasserie de la Zen for all I care. So first off, let's find number 3. I thought I found it yesterday. Oh, down here. Maybe putting this box on a Lazy Susan wasn't the best idea I've had. Alright. A BBP bottle cap. So far so good. And do I see yellow and red? Yes, I do see yellow and red. Chun-Li, 5% ABV. What does the bottle tell us? Basically exactly the same as Ken. Unfortunately, I couldn't find a lot about these beers, so which hops they've used, or what this, well, of course that's the point of a secret ingredient. I couldn't find what the secret ingredient was. But anything else they did differently, no idea. It's actually a shame they only have 4 variants, because I'm a big fan of Zangief, Blanca and Vega in the whole Street Fighter universe. So okay, we've talked about this quite a bit before, so let's immediately cut to the tasting. This is gonna be a shorter video. I see some bubbling in the bottle, a bit of carbonation. Ooh, this is a lot fruitier, a lot less bitter. Very aromatic, reminds me a bit of a tropical New England IPA, or maybe het Eilandje from Antwerp Brewing Company. A lot lighter in color, if I recall well. Larger bubbles, a bit less foam. I'm gonna leave the tiny bit of yeast in the bottle. It's still a bit hazy, but it's a lot paler. It's more of a pale yellowish color. Bigger bubbles, larger pearls, less foam, very white foam as well. That's a completely different beer. And I do get a lot of mango, papaya, those typical tropical fruits. So where they went with bitter hops in Ken, I'm thinking for this Chun-Li they looked at some more tropical hops like Sabro or Idaho 7, Mosaic. I get a lot of sweetness in there as well, even a bit of honey even. No spice whatsoever, no herbs. Also, what's a lot less present here is the bread itself. As we talked about with Ken, we established that 20% of the malts have been replaced by unsold bread, by old bread. Not to be mistaken with molded bread. But yeah, this is a lot less malty, a lot less dark in smell. Very quickly dissipated foam. So let's see how it tastes. Ooh. Absolutely not bad. Again, the slightly citrusy, also quite bitter in the background. Still very tropical, very fruity. But I do get this aftertaste from like an alcohol-free beer. So not entirely sure what to think about this. It is quite balanced, has a rather medium full mouthfeel, heavily carbonated, and for a 5%er I think this has some very nice characteristics. Well, in terms of voting, this is not the new Babylon for me, but it still is quite a nice beer. I do get some, next to the papaya and the mango, I do get some maybe starfruit or pineapple, something more acidic, but I don't want to say lactic acid, I don't want to say citric acid. It's more like a slightly acidic, not even sour, just an acidic edge, like pineapple, like starfruit. Kiwi maybe, sweet kiwis. And that bitter edge in the background reminds me of like yellow grapefruits or even grapefruit peel. Actually, the more I taste it, the better I think it is. I just can't help not liking that slightly artificial aftertaste, the non-alcoholic aftertaste. I mean, it's not a non-alcoholic beer, nonetheless, but yeah. Which makes it hard for me to score as well. I just can't stress how different this beer and Ken are. So knowing this, I am very curious about the other two, and I am even more motivated to pit the four against each other. Yeah, it's a bit weird, but let's say I score this anywhere between 6 and 7, so a quite honest score for a decent beer. That's just not my cup of tea. And don't get me wrong, I like fruity IPAs, but they'll never be my favorites. As you know, I like the dry, bitter beers, the saisons, the very bitter IPAs, the houblon chou. So, yeah. I'd love to give this to my friends on a barbecue on a hot summer's day with some very, yeah, like marinated meats and stuff. But for me, nah. So for now, Ken versus Chun-Li. Ken is still in the lead. I'm gonna leave it at that. I think this video is already longer than I wanted it to be. And as you'll notice, I'm getting a cold, so I want to keep it short today. Also, as you notice, this is a very late posted video. I've worked a night shift, I've slept all day, so yeah, sorry you had to wait for that. But I work in 12-hour shifts, so I need some sleep here and there. As usual, if you like this video, if you have any comments, let me know down below. Hit that thumb, comment whatever you like. If you have any questions, if you have pitted these four against each other, I'm very curious. Or if you're going to the Proto Winter event. If you want to see more, subscribe, hit the bell icon. You'll get notified if I upload something. And cheers. I'll see you guys tomorrow with number 4, which I'm guessing is another Brussels Beer Project beer. I'm hoping for something special and not another Babylon contender. And also, I'm actually hoping that they've included some special beers like the Dansar series, or the new slow-mo pop-up, or the Tough Cookie. I'm very curious about the Tough Cookie. And their new strawberry waffle stout, but I think that's been brewed too late to be included. Anywho, cheers you guys, see you tomorrow.